Wisp Sports Radio, the voice of women in sport.
This is episode 5 of Moovin and Groovin on Wisp Sports Radio, brought to you by Highlands Earache Drops.
Earaches are one of the primary causes for doctor visits, with over 30 million visits per year. After you've been diagnosed with an earache by a physician, try Highlands Homeopathic Earache Drops and Tablets. Highlands Homeopathic Ear Drops and Tablets provide natural relief to help you get back to doing what you love. Visit highlands.com/ear-pain to find a retailer near you. Claims are based on traditional homeopathic practice, not accepted medical evidence, not FDA evaluated. Read and follow label directions.
Hello and welcome, ladies. I'm Claire Deacon, your yoga teacher and founder of Recycled Plastic OLAS leggings. I believe that women in sport deserve equal coverage. On this episode, I'll be talking about how yoga can help anxiety, stress, and depression. For those suffering from anxiety, yoga can be an absolute lifeline. I often find negative thoughts running my show. Unfortunately, we live in an anxious world. And I'm very much a believer of thoughts become things. And this is why it's important to choose the good ones. I often encourage clients to put their thoughts on CCTV, be conscious and aware of what the mind is doing. I believe we as humans are designed to use anxiety for survival, historically. We needed it back in the day for protection against predators, but nowadays we don't live so wild and remain pretty safe. Therefore, I believe our brains look for and manifest anxieties, and this is what we need to keep aware of. People are in a general state of worry when they face a challenge, and this is normal, this is okay. It really becomes a concern when the worry interferes with your sleep or the way you function in general. And anxiety occurs when your reaction is out of proportion to what is usually expected when you are faced with that situation. You can banish those excessive negative thoughts and control your mind and essentially control your life. Anxiety can be difficult to let go of. It requires a lot of self-reflection, opening up to vulnerability, and understanding of what anxiety feels like in your body and how to move through it. Then, of course, is anxiety's horrible sister, depression. Depending on the severity of anxiety, when we are anxious, we run somewhat on adrenaline. And I think that when this adrenaline stops and crashes, so do we. So I think that anxiety and depression often go hand in hand. And let's have a think about how yoga can help with anxiety and depression. Yoga gives your body a good stretch and stimulates different hormones. It also heals the nervous system. The stretch calms your mind and relaxes your body. It also seems like your body is releasing all the tension that is trapped between your muscles. The healing of the nervous system also helps release endorphins, which are your happy hormones. Yoga helps treat anxiety and depression in various ways. And a regular yoga practice encourages you to remain calm and relaxed in daily life. Each type of yoga is infused with breathing techniques and body movements that can help you control feelings of discomfort. Yoga is designed to strengthen your mind, emotions, body, and soul. If you feel an anxiety or depression episode creeping in, you can have the strength through breathing techniques and other tools to calm yourself down naturally. Let's think about this a little further. So when you feel anxious and depressed, your breathing becomes shallow and fast. This sends your nervous system into a bit of a frenzy. And with yoga, you learn to maintain a calm and steady breath, and you can also bring this into your daily life, no matter what gets thrown at you. So you can keep your anxiety and depression at bay. There are ways, there are tools, and yoga can really help you with this. The scientific study of yoga demonstrates that mental and physical health are not just closely associated, but are essentially equivalent. Yoga functions like other self-soothing techniques such as meditation, relaxation, exercise, or even socializing with friends. It may help reduce stress, lower blood pressure, and lower your heart rate. Especially in Hatha Yoga, it's all about keeping the heart rate low. We'll be back straight after this.
A world of triathlon from the sports dynamic duo. Listen to the Siri and Beck Show on Wisp Sports Radio.
The evidence is growing that yoga practice is a relatively low risk and effective approach to improving overall health. Benefits of yoga for anxiety and depression include taming the body's stress response, improving mood and functioning, calming the nervous system, lowering tension, encouraging relaxation, and learning how to control your breathing, which is very key in a panic attack episode. Yoga also helps to break worry cycles, strengthen self-awareness, and manage stress better. There are many types of yoga for anxiety and depression specifically. You can use this powerful form of exercise that combines physical postures, breathing exercises, and meditation to improve your mental health. So let's look at the types of yoga for anxiety and depression. The first one is Ananda Yoga. And this focuses on meditation, and you'll learn how to direct energy to different parts of your body to further alleviate symptoms of depression. Vinyasa, very popular one, focuses on relaxation techniques and endurance with faster paced movement sequences. Iyengar Yoga eliminates tension in your mind, body, and spirit. Kundalini Yoga uses mantras, meditation, and guided relaxation to soothe the mind and body. And it also spikes your energy, which is definitely needed after an exhausting episode of depression or anxiety. And then there's Shivananda Yoga, focuses on proper breathing, diet, exercise, relaxation, and positive thinking. So that's kind of like a more of a yoga lifestyle. Then there's Bikram, focuses on reducing the stress hormones and cleansing the mind and body. My personal favorite, Hatha, which is straightforward and teaches you the basics. You learn how to breathe, pose, relax, meditate, and all the good stuff that are vital to achieving mindfulness and alleviating symptoms of anxiety and depression. So I'm going to break it down into a more bite-sized format. If you are suffering from anxiety or depression, there are some basic yoga poses that are good for alleviating or even sometimes preventing this. So one of the most lovely and the mother queen of yoga relaxation is child's pose. And this pose is often used to relax and regroup during a challenging yoga session. It helps to release tension in the back, neck, and shoulders, which are the areas where most people hold a lot of their stress. This is known as, you see people hunching up, closing up. This pose also invites relaxation by encouraging steady conscious breathing, which also calms the nervous system. And I spoke before about how you can trick your nervous system by sending it messages through your breath. Relaxed breathing equals a relaxed nervous system. Child's pose promotes a childlike sense of relaxation and safety. It really does help to calm the brain and relieve stress. And to get into this pose, start out on your hands and knees with your toes touching, your hands somewhere underneath your shoulders, and your knees are hip distance apart. Exhale as you lower your hips toward your heels and bow forward, allowing your torso to rest on or between your thighs with your forehead on the mat. Reaching through your fingertips and gently press into your hands, keeping your seat bones on your heels. As always, relax those shoulders away from your ears. Soften, release, let go, and close your eyes. Remember your head, arms, neck, shoulders, back, and most importantly, remember to release your thoughts. Allow your body to sink into the mat and try to release any tension in your muscles, allowing yourself to sink deeper with each breath. Allow yourself to find peace in this pose and hold it for as long as you need to. Find a sanctuary in this pose, listen to your breath, hear your breath as it meets the mat. With each exhale, let go of anything that is no longer serving you, any negativity, stress, anxiety, judgments, etc. I also like to walk my hands off to one side of the mat for a cheeky side stretch, bit of a lazy side stretch, but it's really good. Also, something else that feels really lovely is to set the knees wide apart with the toes still touching. So essentially it becomes a wide knee child's pose. When you are finished with this wonderful pose, slowly use your hands to walk your torso upright and sit back on your heels. And as you come upright, try to roll your back up and feel every movement in your spine. In addition to the mental and emotional benefits of child's pose, here are some of the physical reasons to do this pose. It eases lower back pain. It stretches the legs, ankles, thighs, hips, and knees, increases circulation, releases back tension and neck tension. Another key pose for anxiety and depression is a seated forward fold. So sitting with your legs straight out in front of you, give your seat bones a bit of a wriggle and adjust them into the mat. Inhale the arms up to the sky so you find yourself in a right angle, looking up to the hands, reach through the fingertips, and then try to grab the sky. So basically make yourself as tall as you can, and this will give you a nice ab workout in the process. On your next exhale, fold your upper body and aim to lower your heart toward your knees. Stretching your arms toward your toes does wonders for the lower back, hamstrings, hips, abdomen, and pelvic area. It's an ideal pose for cultivating inner peace and self-reflection. Ideally, you want to keep your feet flexed and your knees soft as you reach as far forward as you can while pointing your forehead down toward your legs. But it's also okay to have pointed toes if you're having difficulties. If you keep a flat back in this pose, you will target the stretch in your hamstrings. Alternatively, if your back is rounded, the stretch will target more of your back. Both are effective and useful. Do what your body is asking for, and that goes for any yoga pose. If you need to, use a strap, belt, scarf, whatever you have at hand to wrap around the ball of the feet to help assist you into your fold. So this is quite good if you're not feeling that flexible. You can also keep your knees bent in the pose as long as the feet stay together. Alternatively, for a very deep stretch, so if you're very flexible and you want to get a little bit more juice out of this pose, you can use a block on the base of the feet and wrap your fingers around it. So you're kind of extending your legs. With each exhale in this pose, whichever way you're doing it, with the strap, the block, or without, lean forward a bit more, finding more space. Exhaling into the pose, there's always more space. And this pose teaches you to be calm and breathe through discomfort. Breathe and hold this pose for 3 to 8 breaths. If you need freedom at any point, all you need to do is simply inhale, lift the head and chest, then exhale, folding even deeper. The benefits of this pose include it induces relaxation, relieves stress, and lifts mood. It stretches the spine, shoulders, lower back, ovaries, uterus, and hamstrings. It stimulates organs including intestines, kidneys, liver, and it also helps relieve symptoms of menstrual discomfort. It calms the brain and helps relieve stress and mild depression. It stretches the spine, shoulders, and hamstrings. It can also improve digestion, and it soothes headache and anxiety, and also reduces fatigue. It's quite therapeutic for high blood pressure, insomnia, and sinusitis. Traditional texts say that a seated forward fold can increase appetite, reduce obesity, and cure diseases. So it's quite a key pose. And in any genre of yoga class you go to, you will probably find yourself in a seated forward fold, but it's equally something you can do solo at home. And I find sometimes that when I do this pose, it does really, really reset me. And there's a lot to be said of it teaching you how to persevere through discomfort. And the next one I'd like to look at is called legs up the wall. This pose is a restorative, gentle inversion. It is a feel-good pose. Inversions help calm the body and switch the flow of blood, relieving tension. Legs up the wall is usually practiced at the end of a yoga class, but it can be helpful on its own to relax the body. This pose is pretty self-explanatory. All you need to do is lie on your back and lift your legs up. You can do this pose against an actual wall or freestyle it out on your mat. Ensure your shoulder blades are tucked comfortably underneath you. For greater support under your neck, you can place a small rolled towel beneath the back of your neck. For an added stretch to your thighs, hips, and groins, spread your legs wide into a V shape. Close your eyes, hold for 5 to 10 minutes, breathing with awareness, letting go of negative thoughts. It's all good, life is good. Continually bring your awareness back to your breath and help relax your mind and body even further, preparing your body for a deep, renewing state of health and well-being. It can be a little bit awkward getting into this pose the first few times you try it if you're doing it against the wall. Take your time getting there correctly. Once you're in the pose, you will gain all the benefits, including it relieves anxiety, headaches, insomnia, depression, muscle fatigue, arthritis, digestive problems, high and low blood pressure problems, migraines, respiratory ailments, varicose veins, menstrual cramps and premenstrual symptoms, and menopause. You will be rejuvenating power of this simple pose. This people have class to read a book with their legs up the wall, and this will slowly loosen up the strings over time. I think yoga is great for combating stress, anxiety, and depression. A healthy lifestyle equals a healthy mind. A healthy body equals a healthy mind. Nurture yourself. Take guilt-free time for yourself. Focus on your breathing. It brings you into the present moment.
Conversations from the world of women's sports. This is Wisp Sports Radio.
Thank you so much for being here with me today. Please tune in for the next episode. For more conversations from the world of women's sport, visit wispsports.com and subscribe to the Wisp Sports Radio on your podcast player. Please visit our sponsors at highlands.com/ear-pain. In the show notes, there will be example photos of all the poses along with the Sanskrit names. So please check this out by going to wispsports.com, clicking on listen and then on Moovin and Groovin. If you have any questions, you can email info@wispsports.com. You can also post your comments and share on social media. Just look for OLAS Ocean Tribe and Wisp Sports. Thank you for listening and supporting women in sport everywhere. Love yourself, ladies. Namaste.